Bear in Mind presents the Dice Fools in Space.
Hello, welcome to Bear in Mind. We're trying something a bit different today. Our first attempt at an actual play RPG podcast. I've got some Matt, who you'll be used to seeing, and some new people here to play. So if you guys want to introduce yourself, and well, first off, actually, we are going to be playing a game called Tartarus Gate, published by Rebellion Unplugged and designed by Grant Howitt and Chris Taylor. It's a sci-fi game. Hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully you enjoy watching us. But yeah, if you guys like to introduce yourself, starting with Ryan.
Hi, my name is Ryan, and I am going to be playing as the scavenger. At least that's what I think I picked. And the scavenger goes by the name of Wolfgang.
Jordan?
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'll be playing Oscar Bradley O'Leary, the true believer of the company of Obel Corporation.
Matt?
Hi, I'm Matt. You've possibly seen me before in our other things. And I'll be playing as the Enforcer, who goes by the name of Colin.
And Chris?
Hi, I'm Chris. I'll be playing as the Veteran, and his name is Marvin Waxford, or Waxer, for short.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It is the distant future. Corporations rule the world and space, as man has left a ruined Earth to settle for distant stars. One of those many corporations is the Obel Corporation, and all trying to escape the lives you had in the past, you have all come to work for them. Upon getting this job, you received a letter, and the letter said this. Welcome aboard Charon. Charon is an Epsilon-class long-haul cargo ship owned and operated by the Obel Corporation. We're transporting valuable cargo to the Tartarus Gate way station. We're traveling through deep space, which means that more often than not, the nearest colony will be at least 6 months' travel away from you. Don't worry, though. We've brought enough supplies to last you the whole journey. During your stay aboard Charon, you'll spend most of your time in deep sleep. However, if we have any problems that require a human touch, we'll rouse you from your slumber and you'll be able to get straight to work on solving them. After a 40-minute reanimation acclimatization process, the map overleaf provides a complete guide to the areas where you'll be operating. You've all received a map of the spaceship that you'll be operating on. In unusual circumstances, 2 or 3 of your work group might be woken up at once to tackle a particular tricky problem. Many hands make light work. If you have any queries, you can talk to Assisty, the ship's virtual assistant, by saying, "Hello, Assisty," aloud. They're happy to answer any questions you have. If you can't learn what you need... Sorry about that, guys.
It's all right. Well, we've got a natural break. There's a very, very mild echo from you.
Okay.
Do you have any speakers on at the same time?
I haven't, no. I've heard it before when we've been recording a couple of times, but I've not been able to source it.
It didn't happen then.
Okay. Let's get back to it. If you have any queries, you can talk to Assisty, the ship's virtual assistant, by saying, "Hello, Assisty," aloud. They're happy to answer any questions you have. If you can't learn what you need to know by chatting with Assisty, you can arrange a remote meeting with me in the meeting room. While you're awake, why not relax in the break room? A variety of snacks and drinks are available in the kitchenette, and a state-of-the-art augmented reality basketball court comes complete with galaxy-famous virtual teams to try your luck against. Once the problem is rectified, it's time to go back into deep sleep. Don't worry, we won't wake you up very often. That's why there are 6 of you, so you can take turns. We hope you have an enjoyable experience during the estimated 3-year travel time of this project. Nevari, Internal Liaison, Obol Corporation, Earth Orbit. So that is the letter you all received upon taking this job. You boarded the ship, you entered your deep sleep pods, and the journey began. At various points so far, you've been woken up to do the odd task around the ship. Simple things like computer programming, cleaning up, just checking things are okay. Pest problems that might have snuck aboard. Sometimes, maybe 2 of you have woken. So you've all met each other at certain points during this travel. And as you're in your deep sleep pods, you all start to kind of slowly wake up, groggy, as the doors in front of your pods rise open. There are still 2 more asleep, people asleep, but you notice the 4 of you have woken up. You're in a room with the sleep pods are in a circle. You're all kind of facing each other. The door to the break room is on the other side of the room. What would you all like to do?
How long have we been asleep?
Oh, the break room. What level is the break room on?
Level 1.
Level 1.
Would you? So you're in the employee quarters at the
Right.
moment. If you are looking at the map,
Yes.
would you like? If you want, you can summon Assisty to ask her that question. Colin?
How do we summon Assisty again? Is it just
You just say, "Hey, Assisty."
Hello,
Hey,
Assisty.
Assisty.
Hello. How may I be of
How long have-
assistance today?
How long have we been asleep?
Since your last task, it has been 6 weeks.
Oh, okay.
What was the last task?
You were woken up to deal with some rats in the cargo hold. That's specifically
Is that-
Colin.
Specifically me.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I think I need a shower then. I can still smell the rats.
Well, we need to get you adjusted to waking up. If you would like to proceed to the break room when ready.
Very well.
So you're all quite groggy, having just come out of deep sleep.
I'm doing like lunges as I go to the thing, like stretching. Let's go. Are we ready?
I've got a slightly miffed scowl on my face because I can still smell dead rat.
I'm just going to need a minute. Oh, morning wood.
6 months.
What was that, Chris?
Going to the break room, just craving a bit of Obel brand coffee.
So you enter the break room, you start brewing a coffee, and on the table in the break room, the logo for Assisty, which is a speech mark bubble with an A in it, and like a Saturn's rings around the bubble, pops up, and it's like, "Good morning. We need to work you all through some tasks to make sure none of you are suffering from a reanimation sickness. If you'd all like to gather around, please."
Reanimation sickness? That sounds a bit ominous.
Just normal side effects of cryosleep.
What's first, Assisty?
is a shared muscular assessment.
Okay.
I will play this video and I would like you to follow the instructions. So what pops up on the screen is a like a YouTube gym yoga video for you all to follow through. I would like you all to make agility checks, please. So to do this, we'll go one at a time. Colin, you first. Roll your 3 dice and take away the middle number. So you keep the lowest and highest.
Okay. Do you need to know this?
I do, yes.
A 1 and 6.
So you got a 7. So yeah, it's not difficult for you. You managed to do all the exercises without any problem. How does this leave you feeling?
I am questioning why I had to do it.
So next up, Wolfgang, if you roll your 3d6 and your agility is 1, so you'll remove the highest result.
The highest result I remove.
Yes.
Oh, that's not good. That's not a good roll at all. So remove the highest and add the 2 together, right?
Yeah. What did you get?
3.
3. Okay, so you're really struggling with these exercises. What happens as you're trying to go through them?
As I try and go through them, I can't keep my balance and I keep on falling over. That's what seems to be happening.
Okay. Next up, we will go for Waxer for veteran. Your agility is 3, so you would remove the lowest result.
11.
So you do this with no problem. You quickly get through all the exercises, kind of impatient that you're being asked to do them. And then next up, and finally, is Oscar Bradley. You've got an agility of 2, so you will also remove the middle result.
Cool. We got a 4, 1, and a 1, so 5 total.
Right. You also struggle with these exercises. What happens?
You just sort of like hear a back click, like, oh, that didn't feel good. I knew I should have stretched more. Just sort of keeps doing it through the pain, but
Well, I suppose 2 out of 4 isn't bad. Let's move on to the next test now, shall we?
hold him.
So, next up are individual mnemonic assessments to test how your brains are functioning after deep sleep. If Wolfgang, you would like to step forward, please.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The rest of you see Wolfgang kind of freeze. And Wolfgang, a vision enters your mind.
Mm.
You hear images flashing before you as you hear Assisti's voice in your head. You are cheating on your partner. They don't have proof, but they confront you about it, and they're upset. Your best friend told them about it. What do you do?
I ignore Assisti and pretend that nothing happened.
Okay, I need you to make a smarts check.
Okay.
You'd remove the middle result. Your smarts is 2.
Okay, so roll a dice and remove the middle, right?
Yep.
Got that. Remove the middle number. Okay. 7.
So that should have been a wits check,
Mm-hmm.
but your wits is the same, so we'll keep that as it is. It's like you just hear Assisty kind of go, and you flash back, you can see the room again. Oscar Bradley, if you will step forward, please.
Step forward.
You see the same thing happen. He kind of freezes, and images start flashing before your mind, in your eyes, Oscar, and you hear Assisty's voice come into your ears. You're in a big dark room. There are more delicious cupcakes on the table in front of you than you can easily count. At least 600, all piled up. You've been told not to eat any, and are left alone in the room. Time has passed. You're hungry. What do you do?
I do not eat any. And I will stay hungry, because that is the Obel way.
Make a wits check for us. Your wits are 2, so you remove the middle.
7.
That is very correct. Obol for life.
Obel for life.
Close.
And you come back to the room.
Really pleased with myself as I go back.
Waxer, if you could please step forward.
I will step forward, still slightly holding my mug of coffee.
The room goes dark. Images start flashing before your eyes. And you hear Assisty's voice. You're a soldier. You're fighting for control of a city. A member of your work group says they saw a friend of theirs injured in the street outside. But you know that friend died last week. What do you do?
I still hastily run outside to see if there's an injured person outside.
What do you find?
A war zone, many people dead, injured, including like flashbacks of my own squad that were killed.
You come back to the room. If you make a wits check for us, you would remove the highest result because your wits is 1.
7.
Okay. And then, Colin, if you could step forward, please.
If I must.
So again, images start
Mhm.
flashing in your mind. And you hear the voice. You're a vigil agent. A known racist, despised in the community, is being beaten by 2 other people. You receive a contract to stop the attack and bring their attackers in for punishment. What do you do?
I'm being paid. I do it.
And if you can make a wits check for us.
Which one do you want me to remove?
Your wits are 2, so you'd remove the middle.
9.
Okay. Okay. Finally, we had to test your smarts. If you could all tell me what you were doing before joining Obol Corporation. Colin?
I was an agent on Vigil. I reported illegal use of social infractions. I was basically basically for hire. I'd help who needed help and help who could pay for help. And unfortunately, one day something went wrong, which is why I'm here.
Thank you. Oscar?
Well, this feels like a trick question, Assisty, because I've always worked for the Oval Corp, and before that I was a child, and I wasn't allowed to work for the Oval Corp, so... This feels like a trick question, Assisty. Do I pass?
There is no passing. It is just a test. Waxer?
I was defending my city from a hostile takeover.
And Wolfgang?
I was going from city to city, from bar to bar, from woman to woman, from one cesspit to the other, until I wound up here.
Okay. I think you have all woken up from your deep sleep. So the task we have woken you up for, and you all know it's weird that 4 of you have been woken together. So just bear with me 1 second. Nazari, your boss, would like you to check out the monitoring station. We're having some problems in there and some deeper problems on the lower decks. But the monitor station must come first. Do we have any questions before you set about your task?
What kind of problems with the monitoring station are we having?
Weird fluctuations in the power.
Okay.
Have we finished our coffee yet?
That's the important
Have you
question.
finished your coffee?
I've had 3.
Wow. Keep an eye on him.
Gotta be ready for anything.
Indeed. Sure. Will it take long?
Takes however long it takes you to complete the task at hand.
How often has the power fluctuated in the past 6 months?
This is a recent occurrence. That is why we've woken you up.
Suppose we best go and look at it then.
I suppose that's what we do.
Thank
So if we
you.
get done, the quicker we go back to sleep.
Pardon?
Indeed.
The quicker we get done, the quicker we go back to sleep.
That is correct.
Do we all go?
Remember, if you have any questions for me, you can always summon me by saying, "Hello, Assisty."
Goodbye, Assisty.
Assisty vanishes. What do you all do?
Head to the monitoring room.
I said, yeah, I'll go to the monitor room.
Reluctantly.
Reluctant.
Yeah,
Yes.
down
So-
there.
Proudly.
to drink coffee.
You know
I-
the exit to the monitor room is on the right-hand side of the break room. Inside the break room, various vending machines. There is, on the left, 2 corridors, one leading upwards to the meeting room,
Mhm.
which is where you know you can talk to Nazari, your supervisor, and one leading downwards towards the employee quarters. And then on the far side is the exit to the monitoring station.
I go to one of the vending machines and make sure I take my time so that I can observe the other 3 leaving the room. I
head
want to
straight
go with
out.
them, but I want to watch them do it.
Okay.
I head straight
Oscar
out the
heads
corridor.
straight out, eager to get to work.
Like, flick my mop and it like telescopes out. Like, let's go.
Bred into the job.
Keen.
Mm.
I sort of like trudge along behind him, like quite slowly, and head into the monitoring station.
I think if something needs tinkering with electronic-wise, I go quite happily into the monitor room, knowing that I can probably fix it.
Okay. So, as you enter the monitoring station, you've been in here before. You know it's just banks of screens. It's one of the largest areas in the crew section, which is where you are now. And this is generally where employees would use the diagnostic equipment to identify problems, fix problems, where you'd restart internal systems, usually just letting the reboot take care of it. But as soon as you enter the monitoring station, everything shuts down. The screens were on, and they all just turn off. No video feeds coming in from anywhere lower than the floor you're on. There's just a few monitors left on, showing the break room, the employee quarters, and the meeting room.
So
What is it you'd like to do?
Everything
Go on.
Okay, everything shut down as we walked into the room, yes?
Yes.
And everything in the lower deck, so level 2 and level 3, is also, the video feeds are off.
Yes, you can't see anything below the deck you're on.
You can still see the cameras from level 1.
You can still see the camera for the break room, the employee quarters, and the meeting room. There is the door outside of here that you know leads to the heat shield, which leads you to the engine room.
I wait for Oscar to get out his torch, as he probably has one. He's the most well equipped.
The lights are still on.
And the keenest. I thought the lights had gone out with all the electricity going off.
No, the electricity hasn't gone off. There's just nothing coming through to any of the...
So there's still power, but not to...
video feed.
Yeah.
Not the video feed.
So on this, I say, hey, assisty.
Yeah. Hello. How may I be of assistance?
Has anybody had access to the video feeds recently?
No, everyone else is asleep in the cargo hold, as they should be. You have been awoken to solve this problem. What
Including
seems
our
to be the
supervisor?
problem?
Has anybody remote access to the video feeds?
If, in theory, does, you could speak to the supervisor, Navari, to find out about that.
Do we have radios? So, for example, can I talk to the dude that's waiting in the break room, in the employees' quarters?
What dude that's waiting in the employees' quarters?
One of us is waiting in the break room.
You all came through, didn't you?
No, I followed last.
But you have come.
I'm kind of leaning in the doorway, slowly eating the chocolate bar that I got from the vending machine.
Yeah. Okay, Sissy, that was all for now.
Thank you. I would recommend potentially speaking to Navari. He might have a better grip on the situation.
I'll go speak to Navari.
I was about to suggest that.
Yeah.
As a lifelong
pet
indentured servant.
What? Yeah. Yes.
You probably know how to talk to him better than we would.
Yes. That sounds like a plan. I will go do that. And I stroll back up towards the meeting room.
Okay. As you get up to the meeting room, there's a conference table, chairs around it, a big screen on the far wall. You had to go through the break room to get there.
Cool.
There's a button on the table that you know you can press to contact Navari.
Cool. I press the button.
Screen flickers on, and you see a man in a bright red suit, white shirt, purple tie, glasses, kind of fuzzy hair. It's like, hello, Oscar.
Navari, good to speak to you again. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Work on Earth keeps me busy. How can I help?
There seems to be some issues with in the monitoring room. So we think someone might have had access, maybe, because we've lost all feed to levels 2 and 3. Something we could sort out, of course. We're just wondering if you had any extra information.
Oh, well, let me look into that for you a moment. Are you on your own?
No, Colin, Wolfgang, and Waxer have been reawakened as well. All working hard to get the job done.
Why don't you head back to them, and I will join you there.
Oh, you'll join us. Okay, of course. Thank you. Speak to you soon. In a minute when you see us.
So do you head back to?
Yes, I wait for him to end the call.
Oh yeah, the screen goes blank.
And then I head back.
Did you say anything to?
Navari will look into it, and he said he will meet us in a bit when he's figured out what's going on.
Okay. So,
in the meantime,
what are we to do then?
I start cleaning.
I'll walk up to like the nearest console and just like press like random buttons on the thing to try and do something.
Stuff does come up on the screen. You make a smarts check for us.
Let's get rid of the middle number. 7.
7? Okay, so you get the inkling of working with comms in your time in the military that maybe a reboot might kick something in.
I'll sort of play around with it. But we had a similar system back in the military. I wasn't overly good with it, but turning it off and on again seemed to do the trick.
Is that it? Is that your suggestion?
Yeah.
How about you, Wolfgang? You got any better ideas?
I mean, turning it on and off again seems to work okay, as long as it doesn't cut off the air supply. There's no harm in doing that.
It's the comms. Should be fine.
Personally, I don't care talking about to those bureaucrats. Turn it on. If it doesn't come back on, nothing lost.
Don't say that in front of Oscar.
See? Nah, you see it.
So cleaning in the
Keep
corner.
cleaning.
I mean,
So want to try and turn it on and off again?
I think turn it off and on is yeah, why not?
Wolfgang seems to know what he's doing the most, so maybe he should do it.
Just press a button. Yeah. But, Vaxxus has the experience. I mean, it's just pressing a button, right? What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, make a smartness check for us, please. Smarts check.
Me?
Yeah. And 1 second.
Crap. I went on the floor. Okay, which number am I removing?
So we'll say Waxer is supporting you.
Okay.
So for this support, your smarts are 3.
Right.
So you would remove the lowest result.
Oh, good. That's great.
Got the idea of these two guys just looking at one button.
Pretty much all it is one red button.
Yeah.
Mine's a 9.
Okay, yeah, definitely succeed. You managed to reboot all the machines, cycle down, even the 3 that were still showing you video footage.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, all the cameras come back on. You see stuff you shouldn't be able to see.
Oh, what?
You see a city on fire, a red flag flying above it. And in that moment, they all go dead again, apart from the 4.
Strange film.
Waxer. You can't quite place it, but the red flag is ringing a memory.
As they flicker off, I will kick bang my hand on the table to in my own head to try and reboot it.
Nothing happens. They're dead again. But those cameras should show a spaceship, not a city. Upon that happening, Oscar, your watch beeps with a cysty. Hello, Oscar.
Hello,
I have
assistant.
an incoming call from Earth. Would you like to accept?
Yes, of course. I never get these.
As you accept, Navari shows.
Ah, Navari. You
Hello.
what it could be?
Ah, you're all here. It must be a difficult job if we've woken up 4 of you. Do any of you have any questions for me?
Surely you know how difficult the job is. Surely you had something to do with waking 4 of us up.
A lot of the internal decisions are made by a Sisti, but from what I gather, communications with the lower levels have been severed, and you'll need to investigate the lower levels themselves to try and figure out what's caused this.
Yes,
Well, there goes going back to bed early, Waxer.
Yeah.
I think everything seems to be okay in this moment. We've just been woken up and no further problems other than what we need to fix.
Okay, well, Obol thanks you for your work.
Sure it does.
You can summon a Sisti if required. Before I head off, do you have any questions about your job or the company? I know you've not worked with us for long, apart from Oscar.
No, I think we've had all the corporate reassurance that we need from Oscar for now.
I can answer any questions they've got on the company if they have any. Don't worry, Navari.
Okay. Thank you, Oscar.
Anytime, sir.
Well, enjoy your day's work. And he goes away.
Ooh, what happened there?
I have no idea, but I've lost Chris.
Yep.
Well, how about on
On that note,
Navari going away, we'll take a break.
Are you sick and tired of your personal assistant letting you down? Well, try the latest in augmented reality assistance. Assisty from the Obol Corp is always there and always listening, ready to assist at the drop of a hat. Don't be a fool. Install Assisty today. Obol reserves the right to every aspect of your life and afterlife while using Assisty.
Welcome back, guys. We are on to part 2. We left off in the monitoring station, having had some creepy goings on the monitors. So let's begin there. You've just spoken to Navari. He's told you where you potentially need to go. What would you like to do?
Well, we obviously need to go.
We have to go, absolutely. So, do we go to level 2 or do we go to level 3 first?
You'd head through the heat shield and into the engine room.
Right.
And in the engine room is the shaft. Well, after the engine room is the ductway and the shaft that leads down to lower floors.
I'm assuming Oscar knows his way through this better than the rest of us. So
Yeah,
You will do. This is all your first time on this ship.
But I'm assuming he knows the systems and things better than we do.
I'm
being a
sure
light
he studied the blueprints. You know,
I have. Whether it works or not, we'll find out. Let's go.
Can we go down? Do we have to go through deck 2 to get to deck 3? Does anybody know that?
I believe.
Yeah.
Or can we just go from straight down to 3?
No, I think you do have to go.
I mean, you definitely would have to get through the engine room before you get to any of that.
Let's go to the engine room.
Head to the
towards the door.
So you open the doorway out of the monitoring station. That leads you to the heat shield. The engine room door is sealed on the other side. As you enter the heat shield, the first thing you see is a body on the floor.
Oh my.
Lying in a crumpled heap, fingers broken, joints dislocated. If you could all make a wits roll for us.
What's my wits? 2.
I got 5.
5.
I'm taking away the middle number.
For you, yes.
Okay. So that brings me to 7.
7.
8.
8.
Yeah, 8.
Okay. Oscar and Colin, looking around, you notice a couple of things. First, you all notice, written across the wall in blood, is the word justice, followed by 2 crossed like hooked spears. Chris, or Waxer, you recognise these symbols? These are the symbols of a rebellion as an Obol soldier you fought against.
Okay.
2 of you, Oscar and Colin, you notice this man's crawled here through the vents. That's why he's so kind of broken and dislocated, because those vents, they're no bigger than about a foot across. They're not designed to fit a person.
So he's squeezed through.
Yeah.
Or something pushed him through.
Or pulled him through.
Or what?
Has he got an actual? Has he got like any wounds on him?
Make a smarts check.
I'm not that smart. Oh no, wait. 155. I take away the top. 6.
Definitely looks like a body.
He's dead.
Waxer, you have military experience. You probably have some idea of what might kill a man. Do you recognize anything other than the obvious signs of squeezing through that small hole?
Feel free.
Not sure how he's died. Can I make a check to have a look?
You can also make a smarts check. Would anyone remember as well? You can burn your resolve to increase one of your skills.
I got a 11.
11?
Mm-hmm.
Blood loss. This person died of blood loss through various lacerations from crawling through that vent.
So it's been established he's crawled. He wasn't dragged.
No sign of any sort of wound caused by someone, but just a blood loss from coming through the vents. But this symbol on the wall, that's a rebel faction that I've had dealings with in the past. That were attacking Obel Corporation sites.
Does this guy look like a rebel of any kind?
Do you recognize him?
You recognize what he's wearing as being something that the passengers in cryosleep down below would be wearing.
Oh.
Do we? Okay, so
it just looks like an Obel or something.
So is he a citizen or is he a worker? Because if you say passenger, then I assume he's a citizen.
You would just know that he's someone who's heading to Tartarus Gate, or would have been.
Do we know if hey, hello, assisty.
Hello. How may I be of assistance?
Can you tag who this dead body is? Do you have records of that? Start waving my watch to see if it scans his face.
It is passenger 22B.
Do you have a name for passenger 22B?
Do you have a
Franklin?
Hey, assisty.
Yes?
Is Franklin registered as being outside of his cryopod?
I cannot tell. I have no access to the lower floors at the moment.
Useless piece of shit.
This is the solution you were meant to be solving.
I don't believe him.
Goodbye, sister. You're obviously useless.
Thank you. Call if you need more help.
I'll whisper, I'll see you later, assisty. I still like
I'm going to check his pockets.
There isn't really any pockets on these jumpsuits.
Then I will...
You do notice there is equipment hanging on the wall as well.
What's that kind of equipment on the wall? Is there anything that helps us identify him?
So, nothing that would help identify him. But you see a backpack, an electronic device, and 2 environmental suits. And there are AR codes next to all of those things that you can scan to find out what they are.
I am going to open the electronic device.
It's not something that can be opened, but when you scan the AR code, it is a remote meeting room. This is a sizable assisty pops up on your watch and goes, "This is a remote meeting room. A sizable electronic device in Obel Company colours. Put it down on any metal surface and it will use the structure of a ship itself to extend the range of a meeting room's communication array, allowing the players to chat to Nazari wherever they are. Your supervisor will manifest as an AR projection, and they're able to see and hear anything that happens in the area immediately around the device. This can be used twice.
I don't trust Nazari at this moment in time. I think we should keep this to ourselves.
I pick it up.
All right, fair.
Could still be useful.
Yeah, it could be useful.
You have to activate it for it to be used. He doesn't just appear.
But we can scan. You said there was a number of AR codes.
Yeah, next to the other items as well.
Can we scan another AR code?
Yeah. Assisty pops back up. This is a field scanner. This backpack-sized device allows the user to scan their surroundings for unusual or interesting phenomena. It counts as 2 items, backpack and handheld scanner, and using it properly requires a few minutes and a successful smarts test.
Who has the highest smarts out of us?
Not me.
I have 2.
I've got 2.
Remember, you can burn your resolve to bump any of those skills.
Yeah.
I need to find my character sheet. That'd be really good to open.
Does anyone mind if I start cleaning up the blood?
I do.
I do actually, yes. Does anybody have higher than 2 smarts?
No.
Nope.
All right. Then I'll take the device in my backpack.
Do we have the ability to take pictures?
Yeah, I would say your Obel watch can take pictures.
I take a selfie with the with the blood message in the background.
Oh.
Okay, you have a picture of a blood message with you in it. The last item was... Sorry?
I was just thinking I scan the AR code for the last items.
These are environment suits. They will reduce your agility and wits by 1, but provide 7 extra health. These health points are lost before others. They can't be replenished by healing, and once they're gone, the environment suit is tattered and useless.
How many suits are there?
For using Assisty.
2, I think.
There's 2, yes.
So -1 wits and -1 agility, but plus 7 health.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
And who has the weakest health?
You're all quite sturdy, to be fair.
Yeah, I've got 20, I think.
I got 20.
Could we take
And I've got equal stats for everything else.
The toughness?
Yeah.
So I've got equal stats for toughness, agility, smarts, and wits. They're all 2s for me. So realistically, if we get to a point where the suits are potentially needed, it should be the 2 weakest physically.
Yes.
You would need to decide. You can't pack these and take them with you. They're too big for that. You need to decide if you wanted to wear one of these before moving on.
What did they minus again? Agility and...
Wits.
Agility and wits.
Okay.
So if it minuses agility, then that means I have 0 agility.
So, but it's plus 7 health. What's everyone got agility wise then?
Agility.
Sorry?
But I got 3 agility, but then mine would be the same. I've only got 1 wit, so I'd lose my 1 wit.
That would put me at 1 agility and 1 wit if I wore one.
No, put me at 1 wit, 0 agility.
I would say if it would minus your agility to 0, Ryan, you can't fit in it. You're too kind of bulky to fit in the...
Can we swap the
Your
suit?
muscles are too big.
Can we swap the suits?
That's a really nice way of saying it, thank you.
So if Oscar and Colin put the suits on, could we take them off at some point and either dump them or give them to Waxer and Wolfgang? If it
Well,
would...
I can't wear the suit. I'm too muscly.
Well, no, you can't move in it. But if you've had health damage, we could give you the suit.
My health is pretty good, actually. I got 20 health.
But let's just say that it does.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Okay.
It won't
For
heal you. It just gives you effectively 7 temporary health on top of whatever you've got.
But if shit kicks off and he's already down to, like, say, a 3, then
It would take you some time to do that. You're not just going to be able to...
So they're not a quick. They're not. We're not going to be able to use them for quick changes.
No. Taking it off would, or putting it on, would be an entire round.
You've broken up there, Buzz. Can you say that one more time?
So taking it off or putting it on would be an entire round.
I'd say if one of you two particularly want to wear one, I'd say either like Colin or Oscar should take one, but
Yeah,
then just
but
leave the other one behind.
I'll put one on.
I think Oscar should take one, yeah. And
What's your health, Oscar?
16. But I've got a fair
What's
bit of both, yeah, I'll put one on.
what's your toughness
3.
and smarts?
With smart is 1. If I wear it, it'll basically put my stats at 3, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah, if you wear it, and then if need be, we can take it off you.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have to put it back on someone.
No,
But if you've got lower than 20 health, then you've got the...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll put that.
Give you more pockets to put your cleaning implements in as well.
Take note that you've got 7 temporary health points as you squeeze into this environmental suit and zip it up.
And -1 agility and wits.
Yep.
Cool. Zip.
So we're going to leave one in the heat shield.
Yeah.
We might need it later anyway. There's no saying we don't come back up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Are there any more items around?
That's everything. There's just the door leading to the engine room.
Sorry, say that again, Waxer.
I'm going to head towards the door of the engine room and open it. I think the button or...
It's a bit of a heavier duty, almost like a decompression door.
Mhm.
As you press the button, the door opens up. The engine room lies ahead. Some steam comes off the door, and you're hit with a wave of heat coming from the engines.
hey, Sisty,
Hello, how may I help?
is the temperature of normal at this moment in time?
The temperature is normal, yes.
Good.
But please do remember, I will have to see other doors behind you as you enter the engine room.
Is everything operating as normal in the engine room?
The engines are functioning fine.
But as the door closes, it's going to get hot in here quickly.
It is manageable for a human. I would not want to live in there, but you will survive.
Well, you're an AI, so you're not. Okay, so we go through the engine room.
So as you enter the engine room. The door seals shut behind you. You see an Assisti logo flash on the panel, and the door is sealed. As soon as you enter, you're hit with noise as there's red emergency lighting blaring as well. Heat, noise, lights, and all of you tend to get a little bit wonky for a minute. Lose a bit of steadiness on your feet. And your vision shifts. You see a man in combat fatigues and armor, a hooked spear in one hand, and behind him, a blood red banner showing two crossed hooked spears. The sound of gunfire echoing across a city, buildings on fire. A thought enters your mind, Waxer. Do I have a hero? Do I have the insurrectionist? And then the engine room's back.
How are we spelling Dwyer?
Dwyer.
So we all saw the. We also saw.
You all saw this is like a vision.
Right.
As some of you reach up,
What do I?
you do notice that your noses have potentially been bleeding as well.
What do I know of Dwyer?
He was the leader of the insurrection that Obel fought against and put down.
Strange.
All of a sudden, as you're standing, so the way this, do you still all have access to the chat? Okay, I've just sent you a picture of the engine room.
Oh, blimey.
So are we on that
Far
like
end.
balcony bit at the far end? Yeah.
Yeah, where it says, so the bit where it says level 2, that's the exit. You guys are the other end.
Cool.
There's a lot of piping in here, steam coming out of some pipes.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of come to from that vision, you hear a clang, clang, clang. And a few moments pass, and you hear a clang, clang, clang. What is it you'd like to do? Pardon?
Does it sound like footsteps on the stairs, or does it sound more like mechanical?
Sounds like metal on metal.
Do we have an engineer in our group?
How was that?
Do we have an engineer in our group?
I'll be the closest to an engineer.
No, then.
And the scavenger, so I will be the closest to an engineer. I do have pneumatic arm implants, so.
You hear a like a laughter, like someone somewhere in here laughing. As again you hear the clank, clank, clank.
I say we go in twos.
I will put my hand like to my waist line where my smuggled on firearm is.
get ready to hit something with my mop.
Your brand new extendable mop.
It was made.
As you're now the least agile, though, even though you do have the most health, I think maybe you should stay at the back.
That's fine.
You hear footsteps coming up the stairs to the centre platform as a voice rings out in the room going, "Welcome to Obel's Little Puppies."
What?
And you see the man from your vision, spear in hand, throat cut, body twisted, not quite human. I would like you all to make wits rolls, please, as you see this man.
Oh, what am I rolling now?
Remove the middle one.
Move highest.
Okay, my wit roll is 8.
8,
8.
6.
6,
5.
5.
5 as well.
Okay, so Oscar and Waxer, take 1 off your resolve, please, as the sight of this man fills you with fear. Waxer in particular, he reminds you of a time you're trying your best to forget.
I see
As
that
he enters the platform, pardon?
I see that Waxer is struggling and encourage him to step back behind myself and Wolfgang.
So you two are taking the front.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's, if you're coming across that bridge effectively to the centre, who's at the front?
Johnny Steelarm.
Yes, I'll be going first.
Okay, I would like you all to bear with me. All the wits for us again, please.
Again.
9.
9.
What happens when you got 2 numbers the same?
Just take one of them away.
Okay, then 6.
I got an 8.
I got a 3.
Okay, bear with me one moment. We're basically rolling to determine what order you're all going to go in.
Oh.
So was that 9 for Oscar?
Yep.
Or was it, who got 9, sorry?
Me, Colin.
You got 9, Colin. And then who was next?
I think I got 8. I think I was
Who's
next.
Oscar?
Oscar's next.
And then what did
Wolfgang was next.
Wolfgang get?
6.
6. And what did Waxer get?
3.
3. Okie doke. Okay, Colin, what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I ask Waxer who this is, because he obviously recognises him.
I sort of obviously seeing his more like disheveled body that is no longer fully human. Like it's Dwyer, the insurrectionist. Well, it was at one point. He led the rebel factions, but I thought he died a while ago.
You know they were executed at the end of the war.
He shouldn't be here. Obviously, clearly distressed at his appearance.
How do you know him?
I fought against him and his rebellion for Obel. My squad was killed in the one of the last battles. I was lucky to get out alive myself.
Was it luck? Or were you working with them?
It was luck that I survived. I
How's-
was in a building and was crushed, and when I awoke, my squad had been killed.
Okay, at this point, I'll say that's all the conversation you can really fit in. Each action, you've got 2 turns. You can move and decide to do something, whether that be attack or try and do something. Talking is a free action, but each round is effectively 6 seconds, so you don't have much room to talk.
Okay, so
It's still Colin's turn. He hasn't actually taken.
sorry, Colin, please.
I use my watch scanner to see if he's real.
So you call Assisty
To clarify. Oh, yeah. So, hey, Assisty.
Hello, how may I be of assistance?
What the hell is that?
That is passenger 24C.
Do you have a name for passenger 24C?
Jeremiah.
Are you sure? Not
That is
Dwyer?
correct.
Why are they out of their pod?
I do not know this information. It is concerning.
Oh, it's nice coming from an AI.
Ha! Can you read their vital signs?
Again, you're having a conversation here.
Yeah,
That's probably all you're going to get in your turn.
fair enough.
So, next up is... Do you want to move at all, or...
No, I'm going to stay for now.
Okay, Oscar.
Okay, so I've heard the conversation that he fought against Obel, didn't he? Obel.
Yes.
Okay. I will charge up to him and shout, "How dare you fight against the mighty Obel Corporation!" and strike him with the mop.
Okay, make a...
Remember, your agility is down to 1 now.
Hoping this is a tough
But
one.
you do have extra health. You're at 23 health
Yeah.
essentially now.
I say you can clear that space, yes.
Yeah.
So, make a toughness roll.
Can I just remind me how resolve works? Can I spend another resolve to gain another dice in that? Is that how resolve works?
It is, yes. Well, you don't get another dice. You increase your toughness to 4, which means you keep all 3 numbers.
Cool. I'm going to do that then.
Okay. Mark your resolve down.
13.
13. Okay. So you hit him on the head with a mop. He's like, "Ugh. What?
Back, heathen.
So we
Ah." An oboe boy.
Yes, it is I. I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. I can hurt him.
Okay. Next up,
Wolfgang.
Mm-hmm. Is that right?
that is correct, yes.
Excellent. So while he is he stunned at this moment in time?
He's not stunned, no. He's been hit with a mop.
If anything,
Okay.
he's angered.
He's angry. Okay, so while he's been hit with the mob, I take this time now to use my special ability. I'm going to use my power lifters,
Yep.
which is a toughness as 10. I don't have
Your
to roll
roll
the
just
dice.
counts straight as 10.
Correct. Is that using free resolve?
So what it effectively means is the next time you'd roll toughness,
Mm-hmm.
it just counts as a 10.
Yes, but it says uses free. That's what I mean.
Oh no, you can use it 3 times
Okay. Then I'm
before
gonna...
the power runs out on them.
Okay, no, I'll use it at this moment in time.
So what are you going to do?
I think, just very quickly, ask my guys, should I kick the shit out of him?
Yes.
Go for it.
Power lifters.
Okay, so you activate
Activate
these
the...
power lifters, you
Yep.
close the gap, and you swing straight for his face. So your roll automatically counts as a 10.
Mm-hmm. Definitely hit him in the face.
Yep. You definitely you punch him clear in the face, and some teeth pop out, and his head, especially as the throat is already cut, starts kind of hanging at a weird angle.
Ooh.
Oscar's getting angry now because he's got more blood to clean up.
But he loves it. Gets
This
paid
is against
overtime.
protocol.
He's like, "You'll pay for that. We will have our revenge."
He's mad at you now.
Mm.
And that brings us to
Waxer.
what was your agility, Waxer?
3.
3.
Speedy boy.
Yep. So it is your turn.
Shaken, obviously, by the sight of this old enemy of mine, I will draw my handgun
Okay.
and will have like a clear shot of him from where I'm stood.
You'd have to move around the container in the middle to line yourself up.
Yeah, I'll move like into the center bit, like to the side of the podium.
So if you line up for a shot, what does that? So you need to make an agility roll.
So what happens if I use my resolve? Is that what do I get from that?
You could put it up to a 4, and you'd keep all 3 results instead of discarding one.
I will do that and use the resolve. So it's agility, did you say it was?
Yep.
13.
13. So you line up the shot. You pull the trigger. How would you like to do this?
I'd like to be both hands on the gun, like almost like shaking. It would like surprise him being there and just aiming like just to the center of his head.
So the bullet takes him in the head. He falls backwards spear clattering to the ground.
Oof.
Upon hearing that, you hear howls from inside the engine room of anguished howls.
Of Angus what, sorry?
Anguished howls coming from somewhere else inside the engine room.
Ooh.
Like human?
Human.
Or like a
As if people were saddened to see their leader go down. As he hits the floor, you hear him kind of say, "Not today, O Bulldog. We will have our vengeance yet," as the light fades from his eyes. That brings us back round to Colin. You still are in initiative order.
Being the opportunist that I am, having held back and made all of my team do a bit of fighting, I will swoop in and grab the spear that is now on the floor.
As you pick up the spear, it vanishes in your hands.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Has the body gone as well? Or
No, the body's still there. Although the throat's no longer slicked.
Hmm.
And the features don't quite look the same as we did a moment ago.
Colin, do you think this is a hologram?
We're not out of initiative yet. So picking up the spear and moving would be your action. It takes us round to Oscar.
Cool. I'm going to take some selfies as well.
In the background.
Yeah, you can do that.
While other people are doing the actions, I'm going to document the selfies.
So does Dwyer not look like Dwyer anymore?
Yeah, has Dwyer gone back to being the person
Jeremiah?
that... Yeah,
I mean, you don't know what Jeremiah would look like, but the features, the hair's shorter than it was a moment ago. Dwyer had quite long, greasy black hair. There's no
Does it look
slit
like a
in the
different
throat.
person at all?
Pardon?
Does it look like a different person at all? Or does it still look like Dwyer?
I would say no. It does look like a different person.
So maybe Waxer quickly remarks on this.
Well, Oscar's got to decide what we want to do.
Oh no, but I mean, Waxer shouldn't suddenly shout it.
I mean, we're still in combat, so I need some decisions.
I would. I can't, because I can't see anything else around me, can I? Can I ready action?
Make a wits check.
I'll burn a resolve to bump it back up to 2.
Okay.
So I get rid of the middle one now, don't I? Because I bumped it back up to 2. 8.
You see two people starting to come up the staircase either side of you.
Okay. As it, they look like they're going to come and attack us.
They look angry.
They look angry. If I
You've muted yourself, Matt.
Do you have any slippery cleaning fluids on you?
Just what I was thinking. Do I still have an action?
You've got an action.
Can I... The floor, is it grated or is it just a metal floor?
Grated.
Oh, sorry, it won't actually. If I try and make it wet, it'll just fall through the holes.
There's one on either side coming up this podium.
I will go up to one of them and trip. Can I try and trip him?
Do you want to just attack them with...
Yeah, I was going to attack their legs and try to see if I can trip them up.
Yeah, we'll see how well you succeed with your attack.
Stand down! Ugh. In the name of Obel. Is it toughness?
It is, yes.
I won't use a resolve this time. So remove the lowest. That's 6.
Okay, take 6 damage
I do.
as he dodges your swings for you with his fist.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
your suit now
So I've got
only
1
has 1 health left.
Yeah.
Another one is coming up behind you, Wexer,
Yep.
because we're on to their turn now. And she takes a swing for you.
Okay.
If you roll a toughness.
Ooh. 5.
So you both manage to duck out of the way of each other.
Good job.
I think, let me just double check that a sec. Oh, sorry. Take 1. Take 1 damage.
1.
Yep. On a tie, you both take 1. The other one's going to go for you again, Oscar.
Okay. So do I roll toughness, did you say?
Yeah.
I mean, I got an 11.
11. Okay. You manage to duck under a punch and jab him back with your telescopic mop pole. And that brings us
Is this one
to
on the stairs?
Wolfgang.
Mm-hmm.
Was it still on the stairs? Does it slip down or
Doesn't slip down, no.
no?
Right. Let's see. Options. And again, this is like a quick round thing, right? No time for.
You've got 2
lolly
actions. You can move, and then you can do something like punch or pick things up.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you feel like you want to do, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Is that first one still at the top of the stairs and unsteady?
There's one engaged with Oscar, and there's one engaged with Waxer.
Whereabouts are they?
You're almost
Right,
on
centre.
either side of that center bit.
I am going to help Oscar.
Okay.
I am going to run up behind the one that's attacking Oscar and drop kick it in its back.
Make a toughness roll for us.
Okay, remove the middle one, gives me 7.
5. Okay, take 7 damage for me, please.
Oh,
Ouch.
what happened?
Pardon?
What happened?
So as you go to drop kick it, you lose your balance, turns round and clocks you in the chin.
7 damage.
These parries hurt.
Oof. All right. Can you regain health back?
Yeah, there's various ways we can do that down the line.
That's fine.
Got no way to do it right this moment.
All right. No, then. Okay. Well, I screwed that one up. So that's
Okay.
one. I got a second action, right?
Your first action was to move,
Yep.
to engage. Your second action was to attack.
And failed.
Waxer.
I'm lying on the floor in pain.
Help you.
So the one that obviously sprung at me, I will just try to like clock in the head with like the butt of the handgun.
Okay, make a toughness roll.
Nope. 6.
Okay, so you clock them in the head. They fall backwards and hit the floor. Blood coming out. That takes us back up to... They're down, so that takes us back up to Colin.
The one that Wax has just knocked on the floor
Is out.
completely gone.
Yeah.
Very good.
Waxer, make a wits roll for us again. Actually.
So are they both unconscious now? Or both down?
3.
No,
3.
just one that Waxer hit.
Right.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. Yeah, the other one's still up.
Okay.
It's Colin's turn.
I snatch the gun from Waxer and take a shot at the other one.
So you'd have to move to Waxer, and snatching a gun would be your turn. You wouldn't be able to take a shot this turn.
Okay then. Can I tell Waxer to take a shot?
Yeah, but won't be able to take it till it gets back.
So it wouldn't count as my move because I intimidate him into doing
No.
it. Fair enough. Right, let's have a think. What have I got? When I was at the vending machine, I got a can of beverage, which I haven't opened yet, and it's still quite heavy. So I don't move unless I have to get lined up. And
You could probably hit him from here.
And I yeet it straight at the remaining
Make
one.
an agility roll for me.
Yep. Um, 8.
Okay. Clocks them straight in the head as they tumble backwards and down the stairs. They are also out. If you want, Oscar and Wolfgang can make wits checks for us.
I can make a wits check.
Yeah.
Oh, some good rolls as well.
Shit. 3.
1. 5.
Okay, cool. So yeah, they both seem down and out for the count.
Mm-hmm.
The body that was Dwyer lies before you. The exit down the stairs behind him. What is it you'd like to do?
Are we out of initiative now?
You are out of initiative now, yes.
Can we check the bodies?
You can,
If
yes.
they have anything useful on them.
It's a good choice. Good idea.
They're in those same pocketless blue jumpsuits.
So there's no clues.
You can all make wits checks for us again. Or smarts, whatever you think you're best at.
Makes no odds for me.
3.
6.
Most nice for me as well. Remove the middle one. 7.
So who got 6 or higher?
Me.
I did.
Okay, you three notice. Again, the bodies don't necessarily quite look like who you were fighting. Their appearances
Hey.
are subtly different than they were before.
Hey, Sisty.
Hello, how can I help?
Can you identify these other two bodies, please?
Passenger 38 and 44B.
Do you have names for them?
44B is Eleanor Rigby. And I can't remember what number I said.
30A.
38.
30A is Carter Rain.
Very good. And I take it you still don't know why they're not in their quarters.
I have no communications with the decks below this one.
Did they come in together? As in, do we know if they're all of the same group?
I see the entrance to the ductways was accessed about an hour ago.
I think maybe Oscar was asking, were they part of the same passenger group? Did they share tickets, potentially?
No.
So random. I pick up my can of drink and put it safely in one of my pockets,
Okay.
as it's not exploded.
Next time.
Yeah. I potentially...
Any more
swipe
questions for me?
a cleansing wipe from Oscar so that I can clean the can in case I want to drink from it.
Do we not want to talk about the hallucination that happened at the beginning?
Oh, you saw it too. Oh, thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I thought it was just the coffee I've had.
That was very strong coffee.
Sorry.
Hallucinations are a sign of cryogenic sickness. Are you feeling up to the job?
For now.
At the
Yes,
moment, I feel
yes.
fine.
Good.
For fine.
Remember, I've been taking selfies, so obviously if this ends up being a shared hallucination and it isn't real, we'll know.
But out here hallucinating and killing innocent people.
We've not been doing that.
But I've been...
I can confirm these people did attack you.
Do you have that? Okay, that's good.
Very good. Maybe we
If you
should
need
move
me,
on.
call. And the sister goes away.
Maybe we should move on then.
Yeah.
So is there a sign of like the duck? Obviously, I'm assuming they like the duckway out to the second level. It's a sign that obviously they came through that way. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Well, I will head towards that entrance. Or
Okay.
exit.
Do you all follow?
Pile
Yes.
the bodies up first.
Yeah, got to make them tidy.
Clean that up later.
Yep.
Work my way backwards when we're finished.
Okay. As you leave the engine room, you enter a tall room with a shaft that heads down, leading deeper, with ladders leading down deeper into the ship. And at that point, we will call it a night.
Cool.
So, yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, who've watched along so far. We hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you all on the next episode. Goodbye.
Go on. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Obel.